The only thing I knew was that there was pigs and creepers and people. Those weird little people dudes.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
4mm. Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. If you're new, hello, I'm Sam Paul and I love to crochet cute plushies. In this video, we are going to be testing the Woobles. So we're not going to be testing all three of these kits today, because that would take me ages. So we're going to be testing one today. We are going to be testing this adorable little piggy. We're going to be testing out this kit. I'm going to give you guys my review as a pretty good crocheter. I mean, I've been crocheting for 5 years. My biggest thing, you know, is kits don't really help. They're not that good. Even like as a seasoned crocheter, I tested the loops and threads kit with decent yarn, decent hook, and was still absolutely struggling really bad in that video. If you guys want to check out that video, it's a 2-part video. I will have it linked in the description box down below. But anyways, let's open this up. This is the Minecraft Woobles pig. It was a collaboration with Minecraft. We'll make the other ones too, but like this one, I don't even know what this is. The Warden? I've never played Minecraft. The only thing I knew was that there was pigs and creepers and people. Those weird little people dudes. So that will be the last one. That will be the final part of the series. We'll do the creeper in the next video. But I'm going to make this pig for my brother. The packaging looks really nice and really well done. I think it's like a Ziploc bag, if you think about it. It tells you everything that comes in the kit and that there's a tutorial video that you can watch. So we get yarn, a step-by-step video, pre-started piece, a 4mm. We get stuffing, a yarn needle, plastic eyes, and online instructions. So yeah, the finished size should be 3 inches tall and a width of 2.75, and then they have all their social media down here. But yeah, let's get started before I keep on rambling. So, whoops. Oh, okay. I wanted that to be a lot more satisfying.
One eternity later.
Finally, we're open. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we have, ooh, it's kind of squished. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So we have How to Wooble and Wee Woobly Bits. So this has the little card. Oh, look at the little piggy sticker. That's so cute. Okay. So this is the card with the QR code so that you can do the thingy, the guide. There is white yarn. Then we have some black yarn. And come on, get out of here. We have some, wait. Oh, never mind. One of the backings fell out. We have some really cool looking safety eyes. Look at those safety eyes. What the heck? Look how cool those are. We get a metal darning needle, so that's actually really nice. Next up, we have stuffing. Awesome. We get a bunch of the Wooble yarn, as well as a pre-started piece with a bunch of stitch markers for, I don't know why there's 3. Oh my gosh, I see the thing. Okay, and then we get the darker yarn for, I don't know what is darker, the details, I guess. The thing that I've been most excited for, the hook. Oh, it's so goofy. Y'all. And it's an ergonomic hook. I actually like that it's an ergonomic hook. There's a lot of stuff that normal kits don't do, including the step-by-step tutorial, all this extra stuff, including an ergonomic hook that has such cute, like, look at the little, I know that in Minecraft they had the lives are these like little, oh, it's back. Just lost power during that. I know that the Minecraft goes by like the lives and they're like little hearts. There's the food, the crossbow, the meat. Is that the meat of the pig? And then there's a cute little piggy, as well as some corn, another piggy, and then it also has the Minecraft X Woobles on the hook. You do have an option. If you are a beginner and you need the tutorial, you can watch the tutorial. If you are an advanced crocheter and you don't need a tutorial and you just want to make the piggy, you can get the downloaded PDF pattern. So that made me feel a lot better, because now I know this project will go by a bit quicker, but I will watch some of the clips to see if it is understandable for a beginner's point of view. But yeah, I'm a lot more excited to work on this. One of the biggest things that kept pushing me away from this project was thinking that you had to watch the full-length tutorial. And I really didn't want to watch the full-length tutorial. Alrighty, we are ready to get started. Let's pull out the hook, let's get the yarn, and we'll get started. Okay, we are going to start with round 1. Am I supposed to like undo this knot? Okay, so if you're getting this kit, there's a little slip knot that prevents you from starting the yarn. I think it's just so that the yarn doesn't come undone. Oh, ouch. So I crochet very, oh my gosh, tightly. All right, guys, the hook is not that good. It's good, but like it's not at the same time. I keep getting like, it keeps getting stuck on the stitch. I really love the look of everything. Like I really love how the yarn looks, the hooks look, but I don't think that the hook itself is like, see, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it gets kind of stuck when I'm pulling on it. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. We have officially made the like squareness of his face. And I mean, I'm not hating it as much as I did before, but here's what I made the resemblance with this yarn. It feels like you're crocheting with a t-shirt. Like t-shirt material. That's what it feels like you're crocheting with. And so it's not like, I was like complaining a little bit because I'm not used to crocheting with that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's not too bad. Like, I'm kind of getting used to it. I mean, I would see a beginner not hating this yarn, but it kind of like feels like you're crocheting with a t-shirt. And it feels weird. Guys, we've hit it. I knew that there was going to be a ton of single crochet rounds for this pattern because he has a long body. 10 rounds single crochet. I would honestly recommend, if you're really trying to get into crochet, I would recommend the Woobles, because I do think that, yeah, there's issues. Everything's going to have issues. Every kit, honestly, I see, everyone's got their own preferences, and honestly, this meets the criteria for it. The only thing that, unfortunately, that I'm still kind of on is the hook. I love the hook. It's gorgeous. It's adorable. It's got a pig on it. Like, but I'm having issues with it kind of snagging on itself. Like, the yarn's getting stuck in places, and it's making it harder to work with the Easy Peasy yarn. And I think that the Easy Peasy yarn is a nice yarn. Like, it's not the best texture. Personally, I'm a big texture person. I don't really like certain textures when it comes to yarn because of the way that I hold my yarn. The way that I hold it, I get friction burns very easily. If I'm using acrylic or cotton yarn. But in general, I don't think this is too bad. I think if you're a beginner, once again, this is not bad. But everything's really neatly packed. It all looks really cute and nice. And I think that it will be an enjoyable craft for anyone that tries to pick it up. Especially if you get to make like your favorite characters, because I know that they have Harry Potter, they've got Minecraft, I'm pretty sure they did Hello Kitty collab. I think they did a BTS collab too, with their little characters. If they do a Sonic collab, I'm down. Woobles, if you're doing a Sonic collab, I'll be down to try it and review it for you. Guys, at the Woobles in the comments for me saying you need to do a Sega collab with Sega and do the Sonic characters. At first I was not loving the yarn, but like, look at me go. Oh, that was, no, hold on. Look at me go. Shut up, stop. I'm trying to show them how fast I can go.
1 hour later.
Look at me go. Oh my, stop. There we go. See, look at me go. I'm not going to try to show the camera because if I try to show the camera, I'm suddenly not going to be able to go anymore. And honestly, guys, it might not even be the hook. It might just be my tension, because when I look at all the people that do Woobles, their stitches look very, very loose and big. Like, I'll even, hold on, I will show you guys what I mean by that. But you can see how thick the stitches are versus kind of how tight my stitches are. So that could also honestly be a reason that I'm having issues. He's looking so cute. So I'm going to pause the video here and I'm going to finish up the rest of the round, and I will catch back up with you guys once I am done.
An eternity later.
Supposed to do? Is there supposed to be another decrease round? It gives us all this information for the nose, all this information for the legs, and all the ears. The ears are just blobs. Oh, I guess they are. The information for the tail, like step-by-step guides for that, and then, but not how to close up the body. So I'm gonna assume it's time to stuff, because I don't know. If not, it's what's inside that counts. Aww. Come on. If it's what's inside that counts, you need to give it to me. I had the, ooh, it's really soft. It feels like a cloud. It's softer than my own polyfill stuffing that I use. It just tells me how to add the eyes, and that's it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I didn't see the final round. It should have said scroll back up to see the last of the round, because I would have never thought that the final round would have been on the top right beside the beginning. I thought that was for the ears. That's why he looks so funky. It's okay. I'm not gonna like fully say that that's their fault, because that's my fault for not looking fully over the pattern. But I will also say it's a little their fault, because I do think that in this case, there should have been something at the bottom of that round saying, scroll back up to the top to continue on to round 18. Because nowhere does it state that there's a round 18. And I, as someone who goes from the first round and always, on every pattern that I use, it just keeps going down. And if it needs to continue to another page, it typically says, continue to page 2 to see round so whatever. So I will say, maybe in the future, Woobles, you might want to put something like that on your PDF. It'll make it easier for people and avoid this issue, because now I am struggling to cinch up the bottom. It's going to be okay. But here's what he's looking like. I don't think he looks half bad. I'm going to continue on. What's the next thing it wants me to make? It wants me to make a nose. It doesn't look like it takes that long. I mean, it's 3 rounds, so we get to do chaining. So one thing that I do love that they do is they have the pre-started piece. I will say magic rings are the most difficult thing to learn. I don't like learning magic rings. They were a struggle. And even when I taught my friend, they were a struggle to teach, especially. So I do like that they have a pre-started piece. And in the video, if you're a beginner, you can go back and try to learn how to do the magic ring, since they don't give you a pre-started piece for every single thing. Oh gosh, I can't imagine doing the legs now. I gotta do 4 legs. What is that face? Oh, look. Let's continue and make these little tiny legs. Crochet. I've been crocheting and editing all day. Okay, guys, honestly, this is how big of the leg is. Alrighty? That's how big the leg is. I think that they give you enough yarn to basically make 2 piggies. Obviously, you don't have 2 of the safety eyes, but if you have felt or if you just don't care and just want to reuse the yarn and make, like, a normal pig, I think you could. I will say, like, as I said earlier, that I didn't really care for the yarn at the beginning when I was disliking it really badly. And then I fell back in love with it. This yarn is really hard to use in really small little small pieces. Now, this also could be that my nails are extremely long. You know, that could be an issue. And my nails bend a lot, so that could be an issue. But we're going to go ahead and crank out the last 3 legs and do all the sewing. And I will show you our little porky pig. Alrighty guys, so I have completed all of the legs and I have a pretty substantial amount of yarn left over. So that is actually awesome because I could make another pig in this yarn if I really wanted to, or just use this yarn again in general. So we have our pig here. I'm going to look at the steps to make each of the things. So I'm going to start by sewing the nose on, to which I know that with the nose I'm going to have to add some stuffing to it and stuff. So the nose is supposed to sit underneath the eyes, but I don't know if I want to do that. So this is what we're doing. Oh, he's so cute! Oh my gosh. But I will say I did really struggle with sewing. I was trying to be like, I know, because I really want to say like this is 10 out of 10 best kit ever. It is the best kit that I have tried so far. It's the one that I have kind of the least issues Because like with the bear snuggler that I did with the loops and threads kit, I loved the yarn. It's like the vice versa. I love the pattern, the way it's written and all that for this. And I'm not fully on board with this yarn. But like with the loops and threads, I love the yarn and all of that. But I just despised the pattern. It was so badly written. But this pattern's really well written. The only, like, I have 2 notes that I would say for this. One, for the end of the body round, I would put somewhere saying continue, scroll up to continue the body. Because for me, I scrolled up and just completely bypassed it because I didn't realize that was part of the body. I thought it was the start of the snout. And so I completely missed it. The last final note is show where to place the legs. I feel like that's a really big note because I did not know what round to place the legs on, so I kind of just freehanded it, and they look really funky. And I wanted it to look nice and perfect, like on the bag, but it does not look nice and perfect like on the bag. He's so derpy. Trying to figure out how to do this tail, because the butt on mine is a little messed up from previous things. But we are almost done, so yay. Alrighty, our little Porky Pig is done. He's derpy, but honestly, I'm here for the derpiness. And he's really cute. Alrighty, rating time. I need to put him, we'll put him here. Stand! I did not do that all that time for you to not stand. You're standing, bro. Rating. Overall, the packaging is amazing. I mean, you get everything that you need. There's no missing stitch marker. There's no nothing. The colors are really beautiful. You get 3 stitch markers, which is awesome. A beautiful metal needle instead of a plastic. You get a cute little card that you can keep or throw away. That's up to you. And it gives you the step-by-step guide on how to do it. But you get the step-by-step guide, and you get a full-on tutorial or a PDF pattern on how to make him. You get the cutest little crochet hook ever. Packaging is a 10 out of 10 for me. Now, onto the pattern. I will watch the video. I've seen clips of like how the video looks and stuff. And from my point of view, I believe the video is probably really good for beginners. So I'm just going to go ahead and give that like an 8 out of 10. PDF pattern is pretty well done. I'm going to once again give it an 8 out of 10. There are some things that I personally would do differently if it was written out. Like if I wrote it out. But it's not like bad. That was user error on my end. I just couldn't find the other round because sometimes I feel like I'm blind when I'm reading patterns. So that's why I think that just having that little note to say, hey, scroll back up, that's the rest of the body pattern would be a good add-on, you know? Next would be sewing. How was sewing? So sewing was not that fun, I will say that. Overall, if you're crocheting with this yarn, like it's not the greatest yarn to crochet with, but it's not like awful. Sewing with this yarn, mini little pieces, was not fun. I'm sorry. It was really tight and my hook was constantly getting stuck and really struggling. Not my hook, my needle was really struggling to get through each stitch because the stitches were so tight and the yarn was so like dense. So yeah, I did struggle a little bit with that there. Unfortunately, I do have to give like the sewing experience like a 5 out of 10. It was not fun at all. And overall, I do think it is kind of worth it if you are a beginner. If you want something where you get all the materials, you don't gotta worry about it, you can learn the fundamental stitches before having to dive headfirst into a magic ring, I would say it's worth it. But overall, not awful, not like my favorite, but it is my favorite kit that I've done out of them all. I've tried the Red Heart kit, I have a Winnie the Pooh kit. I have a Loops and Threads kit, and now these Woobles kits. The Red Heart, F tier. That was the worst kit I've ever used in my life. Winnie the Pooh kit, there's not enough information on the kit that lets you know, hey, these are going to be extremely small projects. Be aware of that. No, it doesn't tell you that. And so it is in that same F tier. It is bad. Loops and Threads kit was quite a bit better. I didn't have as many issues with it. It was the first project that I actually finished in a kit, and I was really proud of it. So it's like an A tier for that. Still really hard to read. This Woobles kit is currently S tier because, look guys, I finished the product and I didn't have a horrible time reading the pattern and all of that. So genuinely, I do think it is a good kit and a more beginner-friendly kit. I wouldn't say like it's beginner because everybody reads and sees things differently. So while one person might get the Woobles for the first time and have no issues at all, another might have a lot of issues with the pattern. So yeah, honestly, I don't think it's like a horrible way to start out if you're a beginner, especially if you're going with kits, because I know a lot of beginners are like, I don't want to buy a bunch of this yarn because I don't know what I'm going to make with it and all of that. So was I supposed to do highlights or something? There's black and white yarn here. Oh, I guess this is if you wanted to embroider the eyes. Oh, that's awesome. They give you stuff to embroider if you don't want to use the plastic eyes. That's actually really neat. But yeah, if you don't want to buy all the supplies and instead just want to do a kit, the Woobles kit is the way to go in my opinion. Alrighty, that was a lot. It was a journey, guys. Anyways, that's it for this week's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I had some struggles, but you know what? We have a cute little piggy in the end. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!